guys, it's Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for Saturday morning summons. Let's get it started. We're going to do some questions and answers today on here as well, as we have been doing. We're just going to keep doing question and answer until all the questions and answers are done. We're in channel 6969. Of course, let's get it started. We have 3 legendary. We have enough for a transcendence. It's 300, not 100. Feels bad, man. You guys like, I know, I want those, I want the transcendence already. So we have no blessings. Let's get it started. And then let's put on some. Please let this be the right one. Okay, there we go. James Taylor asks, I want to make a joke about James Taylor being like the musician, but I'm sure he's heard that so much. How are you doing? I'm feeling inspired today. I don't know if you guys feel inspired too. You guys like, no, I feel like eating Cheetos, but not inspired. I feel inspired today. Sometimes I don't feel inspired. Many times I don't feel inspired. But inspiration is a good thing. I feel like inspiration generally leads to me getting more stuff done. Or motivated. I feel inspired and motivated. I feel both. I think they're different. I mean, they're different words, so of course they're going to be different. Oh my god. Okay. But thank you for asking, James. We're just going to keep doing these until we eventually run out. Do you watch other SW YouTubers? Shark Week YouTubers? I don't know of any YouTubers that do Shark Week. Lols. Do I? Sometimes. I don't really watch. You know what I find myself watching? Is things to improve what I do. But then I never actually put those to use. I'm like, oh, this is going to help me do my job better. And then I'm like, do I actually wind up doing my job better? No, I never do. I never do. Do I watch other some? I mean, like, some here and there. Not like, there's no one that I watch religiously, like, every single video. So, it's just like, whenever I catch it. But, to be honest, I am so Summoners Wars'd out. Summoners War... I'm so Summoners Ward out, because there's, like, nothing that they could show me that I don't already know. And I feel like that's a lot of things, like, why people don't watch as much in general anymore. They're like, I'll watch for the person, but I don't really watch for... Like, I know what they're going to show. Like, you're going to show Lucian? You're going to show what Lucian can do in 2021? We all know what they do. So, yeah, I feel like I am more likely to watch other Summoners War YouTubers that do, like, personal things about their life. Because I'm more interested in that than Summoners War. Does it sound terrible? But that's, like, 2 of these units. We got a Chasu, we got a Chloe. That used to be super OP combo, Chasu and Chloe, back 6 years ago. Super OP combo, and now they both got new leader skills. If they were buffed 6 years ago, people would outrage. They'd be like, "Why are you gonna buff the best Nat 4s in the game? That's ridiculous. We gotta quit this now." Nowadays, like, "Oh, you buffed Jasu," and I wonder if people will use her. It's like, wow, that used to be one of the most OP units in Summoners War when she first came out. Okay, so what does he want? Would love to be on Saturday morning summons for this week. If that's not possible, that's totally cool. That YouTuber luck of yours has definitely helped my account so much. I'd love to see what you pull this time. Wishlist. Okay, let's go over the wishlist. Any Beast Rider, any of the Occult Girls, Moore, Jameer, Varad, Hathor, Fengyan, Ganymede, Little Tay, Fire Chicken, any 5-star Fire Nuker, any Light Dark Nat 5, A Man Can Hope. You've got time. If you've got time, I would love you to do my Summoning Stones. 60 summons for those. Okay. Well, I mean, we will do them. Why not? Why not? Let's get back to the questions. Do you watch other... But yeah, I watch, like, The thing is, though, the thing is with you... Oh, my God, I'm going to say the same thing I did last week or the week before, aren't I? The thing is with YouTube is a lot of times when you post something that is not your normal content, like, for example, if anyone else were to post if any Summoners War channels were to post non-Summoners War content, the algorithm is going to, like, punish them for it. So that kind of like, so then they don't do it, or some of them still do it. But yeah, because I was talking about, like, I like to watch things that are not like Summoners War. So, like, I think YDCB did a house tour. He's not really a Summoners War YouTuber anymore. He does one Summoners War video a year, lols. But he did, like, a house tour. I watched that. Childish does his, like, different, like, what didn't he do? Like, was it a going through his fridge thing or some kind of vlog thing, or I don't know, minimalism thing? He does a few things. I watch Childish stuff from every so often. Who else? Island Grown used to do, he doesn't do vlogs anymore, but he used to do some vlogs. I guess they didn't do as well as his other stuff, but yeah, like going through Hawaii. I thought that was pretty cool because I'd never been to Hawaii. I'm like, oh, all these things are pretty cool. So like, I will be more willing to watch the things that are not Summoners War. Because I've been playing Summoners War for 7 years, all day, every day. I'm just like, anything that's not Summoners War is more appealing to me at this point. Okay, so yeah, that's the real answer. Can you reruin my mom's account? Your mom plays Summoners War? If your mom actually played Summoners War, that'd be cool. Because there's Summoners War used to be. I say used to be because it's kind of been pushing away from that. It used to be more of a thing that families could play together, like the kids could play casually. The mom could play because all pretty cute monsters or whatever. I want to build my cat. Maybe I'm not respecting moms enough. I'm not saying you only build cats. I'm not saying you only build cats. I'm just saying that there's different, like, you could play in your own different ways. So the kids play one way, the mom plays a different way, the dad plays a different way. A lot of times the dad's like, I'm gonna be super competitive. And then the dad's like, I'm also spend $20,000. And then the mom doesn't know that dad spends $20,000. Because it's like, no, I spent like $500. Right, that's what happened. So you can tell that I've heard a little too many of these stories throughout the years of this is the family dynamic for Summoners War. But now it's gotten so just like hashtag esports. It's kind of gotten away from a monster collector and more to an esport. It's almost a different game than when it initially started. Right? Comtois, I don't know that they realize this. I think in their mind they always wanted it to be competitive, but it was very casual friendly in the beginning, which is why so many people actually liked it and got into it. And yeah, and now they're like, no, esports. Okay, I'm gonna complain about. Let's not complain about esports today. Okay, let's continue to do summons. But yeah, any favorite food? All of them. How are you gonna pick just one? Like, no, who has just one favorite food? I feel like that was a thing back in the day, but there's just so many good foods. Foods have been upgraded throughout the past few decades. So there's no such thing as, I don't think there's any such thing as favorite foods anymore. I mean, some people I'm sure have them, but then they're like, oh, but there's the other stuff. And then like sometimes you go to a restaurant, you're like, oh, this is my favorite food, but I kind of want to eat that today. Really, your favorite? If it was your favorite, I feel like you would pick it all day, every day. You would just eat it all day, every day. But there's so many. I guess, okay, like, here's the, if there was, like, what do they call it? That, like, the last meal, like the death row meal? Like, if I was on death row, let's say, hypothetically, I blew up Comtois headquarters, and I was on death row for that, because it's probably not a good thing to do. Don't clip that. Let's say, hypothetically, I did that, and I had a last meal. It would be Korean food. No, it would be, that would just be ironic. It would be, there is a place called Vallarta's in Tampa. They have a few now. They have a grande quesadilla. That would be, I mean, that thing would kill me just by eating it. So I guess that would be my death sentence as well. But that is, it has got to be like 30,000 calories by itself. It's just ridiculous. It's I don't know how to, there's got to be a stick of butter in that quesadilla. On top of the guacamole, on top of the chicken, on top of the, is it shredded beef or shredded pork? I'm not sure what exactly. And sour cream and cheese. And it's got to be 3,000 calories. Half of that is from saturated fat. It's so bad for you. But it's one of those things like, yeah. It's ridiculous. I think that company, strangely enough or funny enough, got known for its vegetarian food or vegan food back like 20 years ago, before it was even super popular or trendy to be vegan and vegetarian like it is now. So yeah, that's probably my like last meal situation. When comes the video out? There's videos coming out all the time. I think initially he meant These are not from 18 hours ago, by this is just I clipped these when it was 18 hours when he had put it 18 hours ago. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure he meant just like whenever like when's the Q&A video come? We've just been doing so many of them. What kind of bagel are you? Didn't we? Aren't there multiple questions of the same? There's multiple questions of the same things. What kind of bagel am I? I'd be a stale bagel. I'd be old. I'd be an old bagel. I'd be too hard. It'd be very salty. Guys, if there's anything you know about me throughout the years, it's that I'm hard and salty. Anyway, and old. Anyway, let's move on. Why aren't you going to read my question on your Q&A video? Because I'm reading this one. Well, I mean, he was correct. It was not in the Q&A video. It was in this video. So, but also, we did read on the video. How are you? I am... Wasn't that the first... Well, I mean, of course, a lot of people are going to ask the same question. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling very motivated. I know I was talking about the... like, I do research and I watch things to try to become a better YouTuber. And I'm like, I never actually use it, but I do. I feel like I have all this potential energy sitting in here that are going to make fantastic, ridiculous, amazing videos one day. For things that are not Summoner's War. For things that are not Summoner. Because there's so many ideas. Oh my god. I'm gearing up for it. It's just... You know? There's a famous quote that... It's like my favorite quote of all time. It's called Success... it's not called. The quote is not called. The quote is what it's called. Success demands singleness of purpose. There's a few people that have said it over the course of years. I think Vince Lombardi was the most famous. Was it Lombardi or was it someone else? Let's see. Hold on. Apparently it's not a quote from... Yeah, Vince Lombardi. But he was not the first person to say it. There's other people that have said it over the course of time. He's just the one that's usually quoted with saying it. But yeah, success demands singleness of purpose. It's one of the best quotes that you could you really could live by, and the more you think about it, the more you're like, this really makes a whole lot of sense. If you find out the most successful people, the best at any given thing, it's like they make that their life goal. Like they are super laser focused, and the people that really succeed at certain things are the people that have just like put so much time and energy and attention and focus and passion and everything into whatever they want to succeed at. So, and they don't like do 5 million things. The more crazy amount of things that you do, the less attention and energy you're going to be able to give to the one thing that you really want to achieve. So it's kind of that here's another saying: do more by doing less. I don't know who said that. I don't know if anyone's... I'm sure someone has said that over the course of the time. This seems like a little bit of lag. It's a cocky lag. It's a squeaky lag. No, it's a fooky lag. What even are these names? But yeah, you know what? I wonder if that's a quote. That's got to be a quote from someone. Essentialism. It's not necessarily directly a quote, it's just a philosophy from, I guess, a bunch of people in business. But, yeah. Do less different stuff. Do more of the specific thing that you want to focus on in life. That's super important. Like, I can't even, like, we're having fun, we're laughing about it, but if you take some of these little things that I'm saying, and really put them to use, the sky's the limit. The sky isn't even the limit. Like, we say the sky's the limit. There's outer space. You keep pushing the limits, keep pushing the boundaries. So, anyway, let's continue. I don't even know how we got off topic, but it's me, so of course. How are you doing? No. Well, let me tell you exactly. I'm feeling motivated, and let's explain why. And then let me give you some quotes. I like the Q&A, which is like, how are you doing? I appreciate that they all want to know how I'm doing. I'm doing, feeling motivated. There's a question I would like you to answer. Oh God, here's a big one. Why didn't you ask me how I was doing? Hey, we got a bird. Ground bird. He's not a flying bird. He's a ground bird. Question I would like you to ask. Do you think Compto should keep adding new content to the game or try to fix, change, or make more interesting content that already exists? Personally, I believe at this point we should prioritize doing some kind of big changes to Guildbell. Yes, I actually did a video. Well, I mean, I did the video after he asked this. But I did a video, things that I would like to see, and I would like to see like a revitalization of Arena and Guild content, or Arena and Guild Wars, because I think, and this actually helps to benefit Comtuos as well, because this is less labor involved in trying to create new content and see if the community likes it, and then there's more stuff for us to farm and more chores for us to do. They cannot give us more stuff and expect us to like add that to our plate of things to do every day, because it's already... We're already at the point where we are farming too much and trying to do too much in Summoner's War, and people are already burned out. You look at the idle games, and the idle games have gained popularity because it's like you don't have to just sit there farming on your phone all day, right? So that's kind of what we need. And then the auto farming is great. Auto farming definitely helps to stop people from leaving, for sure. But the thing is not to add more chores to people's plates. That's very dangerous to try to do that. That's why I think it's great that they limited the amount of Dimension Hole energy, so we can't just like farm forever. It's definitely limited. So, got a water puree, fantastic unit. But yeah, I would agree that that it's. I mean, some new monsters would be nice, some new cute things to collect, but in terms of new dungeons, I think that they can just revamp them. Like, add a fresh coat of paint to giants and dragons and change the mechanics a little bit even. And, you guys like, don't change the mechanics. What if my Tricaro doesn't work? So, it's kind of a bummer that there's only, like, 2 dungeon teams for the entire game now. I mean, like, there's also Rift Beasts and stuff like that, but it's like, there's like no variation. It's like you do the most efficient thing, and then you do PvP, and then you use the most efficient teams, and then you do everything, and you basically just spend hours and hours and hours and hours doing the same thing that someone else is doing, and trying to do it as efficiently as possible. Like where's the originality in that? Where's the creativity, and where's the customization of like you playing how you want to play and experiencing the game the way that you want to experience it? Is just you're experiencing the same exact thing as other people. It's like, oh, just build Tricaro. Oh, just build the dot team. Oh, just build this one specific team because that's what everyone's building because that's the most efficient thing. It's like that kind of that's a bummer because then that's like, oh, then you can't experience the game in your own way. You're just experiencing it the way that copies someone, and it's not even a game at that point. It's like it's just doing chores with the most efficient tools. So yeah, kind of like all those changes and the things of like transitioning to esport is like you have to do that because now it's an esports game and it's a different game. Again, Summoner's War is a different game than it used to be. What is your ethnicity? I'm a bunch of stuff. I'm just like a giant whatever. I am if there's anything you know about me, it's that I'm a giant whatever. I'm a lot of stuff. I am part European from a few different places. You know what? I want to do a, like, oh, part European. Oh, how very, how very, no, not authentic. What am I trying to say? I don't know what word I'm trying to say. Culturally diverse. Lols. No, but a lot of me is Middle Eastern. From a few different places, so I want to take one of those. What do I want to take? It's you know, guys, those things, those tests, those what is it? Ancestry tests. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. That would be fun. That'd be fun. Fun vlog content. You guys are like, no, we don't really care about that. Well, you know what? Skinnymon definitely would care about that. He would watch that video, or she, or whatever. Skinnymon would watch that video. I don't know if anyone else would watch it, but we'll do it anyway. Okay, let's see the next one. Is there a special meaning behind your channel names? Oh man, that's a good question. Schizophrenic Gamer, we were just supposed to be doing skits. I think I answered this before, but you know they asked this before I even answered it the first time. But It was just supposed to be me playing different characters, playing different games. It was not supposed to be a Summoner's War thing. I'm not schizophrenic. It's just like, in one video is going to be this character. Next video is going to be another character. Next video is going to be another character. Bagelmon, I think it was just because I was like, let's do more Pokemon content. We did a whole lot of Pokemon content. We did a tiny amount of Pokemon content-ish after that, but really not that much. But it was initially trying to like, oh, maybe we'll do more Pokemon, so we'll name it that. What else? Bagel Time? There used to be some videos on this channel in the beginning where I would it wasn't specifically videos on anything. Like, it was Summoner's War, but it was like, we're going to do some Guild Wars with this stuff. We're going to do some Arena with this. We're going to do some dungeons with this. We're going to do some summons. We're going to do, like, a bunch of different stuff. I was like, what do I call it? I'm like, let's just call it Bagel Time. Kind of like Burger Time, but Bagel Time. So, yeah, we didn't get any Nat 5s yet, did we? This has been a... Now I'm noticing. Now I'm noticing the bad RNG. Hooray. How wonderful. So, that's why I named the Bagel Time channel Bagel Time, but then we didn't really even do... Oh my god, we gotta... Okay, let's do a little jiggles. Is there anything? Is there anything? Is there anything? That's really the question. I don't see anything we can jiggle that wouldn't be... Alright, let's just jiggle some Lucians. That's an amazing No. Okay. Gonna comment on that. Maybe it's half done. Oh, let's zap some things too. Let's zap. Maybe our first LD will be... See, he was talking about YouTuber RNG. Apparently we got none of that today. YouTube luck. We got none of that. Dark Harpy. Please lightning. Please lightning. No light. Well, we didn't have that many. Please, let's get something good. Let's get something good, please. We got a Robo. Okay. We're off to a bad start, guys. We're off to a bad start. We should have got something by now. We really should have got something by now. Oh my goodness. Now I'm just bummed out. Alright, so he wants, does he want Savannah? Any Beast Rider, okay. Hopefully we get Savannah from here, but he asked for stones. Please. Please, Savannah. Please, Savannah. Okay, special, oh, what other channel meetings? OMG Food, I don't know, I just thought OMG Food was going to be a good name. Of course, we got to talk about that channel in every video. I'm not going to tell you the name of my stock channel, sneaky. I'm also apparently not going to do videos on the stock channel because I haven't been. And what else? Everything Bagel? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gone so crazy with the bagel names. Started using different things. So yeah. There was just Everything Bagel because like Everything Bagel is an actual bagel, and then also Everything Bagel is the because we do just like anything on that channel. It doesn't really that channel is not anything specific. Regear my account in Epic 7. You do not want me to regear the account in Epic 7 because I wouldn't even know what half the... I mean, like, I would know what half the units need. But then if you got a cigarette, I would know... Cigarette, not cigarette. If you have a cigarette, then I would know how to gear that. But some of the units I would not know how to gear. So, that you're asking the wrong person. Are you happy? That's a question. You know what I feel? I was discussing this with someone, another content creator, the other day, and I was like, I don't remember what exactly. I was discussing something, but I don't remember what we were discussing. I was talking about like they got in touch with me. They're like, why are you bummed out all the time? Because by some comment that I made to them, I was like, oh, isn't everyone? Like, I just assume that everyone's sad because there's so many people that I know are just like sad, miserable, and depressed, like constantly. And they're like, no, I'm happy. I know a lot of happy people. I'm like, where are they? Because all the people I know are like very, maybe not all, but many of the people that I know are just like very depressed lately. Especially since it's really been since the pandemic started thing. Like we've just gotten so divided. So maybe it's a cultural thing. They don't live around here, so. It could just be that where they live, there's a lot of happy people, and I think that might be the case. And then, you know, in much of America, it's not too many happinesses. So, there's not too many. I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say. Oh my God, we got nothing. I mean, we got stuff, but wow. 14,758 crystals. We got. Let's see if we got some good 4 stars. I mean, we got some good 4 stars. Some pretty. I mean, like I use these on a regular basis. This we're gonna start using soon on a regular basis. This is also fantastic. So this one's another one used on a regular. So there's this one I use on a regular basis, but not saying that you really need to. But yeah, kind of bummed that we did not get more stuff for this one. Now we're on to account number 2. Hopefully we get a Nat 5 on this one, because I'm a little bit scared that we have not gotten a Nat 5 yet. But it is only the second account that we're on. So I hope for a Savannah, but just any Nat 5 except Christina, of course, would be good since I'm still pretty early. Oh, still pretty early game. You could use Christina early game. Christina, I'm sure, could be decent in Giants. She's going to do a lot of multi-hits, which means she's going to get attacked. But she does do attack gauge, so you just make her a little bit tankier, right? So she does do attack gauge reduction, which is pretty nice. And she strips and puts dots on with skill 2. Yeah, and she's got element advantage, so... let's see what we have here. Let's go into what they get. Oh! Okay, so we're on, it's gonna be one of those days. Well, probably not for us. It's gonna be one of those days for other people. Okay, let's do, we got 19 win scrolls. We have some questions that we will answer. That's what you do with questions. Or you avoid questions. You avoid questions. If you ask anyone that asks me questions in real life, ask my girlfriend. She's like, no, he doesn't answer them. He just avoids them and then forgets that you asked. And then you have to ask 3, 4, 5 more times. And then he'll eventually be like, oh, when did you ask that? Yeah, that's exactly what I do in real life. Can you re-ruin my account? Re-ruin your account. First off, Clash player. Clash player. First off, do you even have runes to improve your account, even if it was re-ruined by anyone, including yourself? Because I feel like, actually, I know that a lot of people that want their accounts re-ruined don't even have the runes to make it better, even if runes were taken off and other runes were put on. They would still not be... What it really is re-runes, for most people, would just be going on their account, being like, wow, 90% of your runes are garbage, and throwing them away. Or for some people, it's 60%, 50%. Some people are hoarders and like to keep everything and don't like to clean anything out and don't even know what they should be keeping. And those are the ones where it's like 90%, right? But people that have been playing for a while and kind of have a good gauge of what they should be keeping. A lot of times they'll keep more than they should, but because they'll be like, well, I got to put something on something. But a lot of times they don't. It's not like you're taking 90% of the runes off their account. But yeah, it's usually the situation is they're just not. They just didn't raise their standards enough. So yeah, and they need to find time to not even play more not even farm more themselves. Because you don't have to actively farm. You just gotta like have the phone in your pocket while you or get like a second device and just farm on that. Because I feel like if I just had a phone and I was just trying to like farm on the phone and also text people and also like go on YouTube on the phone and be like, yo, YouTube videos. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, then I would probably get no farming done. So like if it was that situation, I would just go and buy the cheapest Amazon tablet, like the Fire HD 8, I think it is. Let's take a look at how much the Fire HD 8 is. You know, it's not going to be as great. It's not going to be as great as a high-end phone, but let's see how much it costs from. I would assume that we would buy it on Amazon since it is an Amazon thing. So it is. Why does it not even say? Is there new stuff? Why does it not even show us? Why does it not even show us? Amazon doesn't want to sell their own tablets. It's like Amazon doesn't sell it. What? Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. Why are the cheap ones not available anymore? Okay, Fire HD tablet 8-inch HD display, 32GB, latest model 2020 is $89.99. They used to be cheaper ones than that. I don't know why. There's some refurbished ones. There's Fire 7-inch tablets. There's Fire 8-inch tablets. Why are these more expensive? Fire HD 10 tablet. Oh, that's a cover. This is not a watch Amazon. This is not a buy Amazon tablets thing. For whatever reason, they made their tablets more expensive. Because Amazon's like, we like money. That's the reason. That's the reason, baby. What did he not get the memo? We're Amazon. We like money. This guy didn't even get the memo that we like money. So, man, Amazon is gonna have some. I feel like they're having some issues internally. I can't get Amazon to deliver to whether my address or someone else's. I cannot get them to deliver to the correct address. There's some language barriers. I think that's the 2021 way of saying it, where they don't speak English. I feel like I'm not allowed to say that. I'm like, oh, but he's being racist. Like, no, they don't speak. Like the Amazon employees don't speak English, so I don't know how to say that very politely, but. You know, they don't speak English, so I don't. So if you're like, you tell them something, they're like, oh yeah, just do this and do that and do that. And they're like, I don't know what that means. So, yeah. Anyway, I feel like Amazon's gonna have trouble moving forward. I guess they're having trouble with staffing or something, or I don't know. But they got some problems because it's like every order now. It's every order. There's something wrong with it. Not necessarily wrong with the products, but just something wrong with the logistics, and they're already looking to try to get everything automated as much as possible, but I don't know, man. I don't know about this Amazon stuff anymore. It's very exciting. What are we even talking about? I don't even know what we're talking about, but I feel like I'm gonna get attacked. Tony's gonna yell at me. He's gonna be like, what, you don't like people that speak Spanish? I'm like, no, I just want to communicate with the Amazon delivery drivers. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want them to deliver to my address. That's all I care about. What do we have next? How you doing? It's gonna be so many of those. It's gonna be so many of those. I'm doing lovely. How are you doing, Captain Degenerate? Lols. Oh, wait. It's a Joey. How you doing? That's what it is. Okay. Rerun my account, please. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Why is that not showing? Why? Oh, because this is what he did. There's a giant space in the middle, and it's just showing the space. So. Yeah, are we on that? Okay, perfect. Where's Malacca? That's a good question. Actually, there should be. Oh, fine. Oh, well, actually, wait. This got a buff. This is gonna get a lot better. So that's actually this is not a rip anymore. We'll see how much super crazy better it's gonna be. But yeah, we got to do a Malacca show. There's a lot of stuff that we got to do. But GZ, first Nat 5 of the day is a Wind Mage, which is more exciting now than it was. Definitely more exciting now with the balance patch. Because it's that, like, if this was a couple weeks ago, we'd be like, well, let's hope it gets buffed in the balance patch. But we know it's getting buffed in the balance patch. We know it's going to be a noticeable buff, which is going to make it more useful. But we'll see where exactly it finds its place in the world. So, we shall see. Yeah, I got some ideas for Malacca. Oh, it's already October. GG. By the way, guys, if you don't know, is it the 4th or the 5th? Excuse me. Well, the balance patch is coming out the 4th, right? And then Windows 11. Did I say excuse me? Excuse me. Windows 11 is coming out on the 4th or the 5th. So, couple days by the time that you're seeing this, Windows 11 will be out. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you know, it's not gonna have. I know a lot of you are excited about the functionality of being able to play mobile games on it, because they already said they were gonna have an Amazon App Store and everything, so you're gonna be able to play mobile games natively on it. But That's apparently not getting released exactly when the software's when the operating system is being released. So we'll see. But that should be interesting. That should be interesting. It'll be a very exciting couple days from now. Got the balance patch. We got Windows 11. Microsoft's gonna be like, yeah, you should upgrade. Buy a new computer. Upgrade to Windows 11. I'll be like, no, no. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it's worth upgrading to, right? Because I feel like it's a yes for me because mobile games on the computer, my job being easier, yes. I mean, this is like that's one of the things that's very appealing to me that might not be appealing to everyone, but for me and for a lot of you guys, I know that the potential of playing mobile games on the computer without needing an emulator or whatever is very appealing. So yeah. What else do we have? Oh, what's the next question? But yeah, Malaka. Oh, Malaka's got a... There's a few Malaka videos we can do. Do you read this question? No. Wait, is this the same guy that asked the other one? I think Babasi is the same guy that asked the other one. The other question, like, we read this question. Optimal artifacts for Theomars. How would I ruin a second Theomars? The second Theomars, I feel like I would just use in guild content, the same. Or you could rune, I mean, you got extra 300 speed sets lying around. You could rune a Kamoon Rakuni Theomars for Guild War offense. And have like a super ridiculous fast Theomars on speed or damage attack, because it does damage based on speed. And then have a Rakuni super ridiculously fast as well, both on Swift, to just have Theomars move, come in, attack something, maybe defense break, or do big, super crazy damage on skill 1, being very fast. He's going to do extra damage. And then have Rakuni, super fast, come right after him, boost his attack gauge up again, and then do some more big, super crazy damage after that. So, oh, we're on the LDs already. So that could catch people off guard, but I'm not saying to do that. Optimal artifacts for Theomars would be... I mean, skill 1 crit damage, skill 2 crit damage, extra attack and speed when he's, or more like extra attack when he's low on HP. And then skill 2 accuracy, because you usually don't put a ton of accuracy on Theomars. So skill 2 accuracy, extra crit damage of any kind, extra damage on skill 1, extra damage on skill 2. Yeah, and then extra attack when he's low on HP. And also extra speed, which is going to give him more attack, kind of, but then it's going to allow him to get his endure buff off quicker, which could be not amazing. Depends. Is there another? Yeah, there is another one. Okay. I just feel like Theomars is not as relevant as he used to be. I don't really use Theomars for anything right now. I think I actually have 2 Theomars. I have them just ruined Violent Revenge, Violent Will, something like that. You could put Destroy on one, just in case you need to take it in against some bruisers or whatever. And just speed for damage attack, and try to get... I mean, a lot of people like to get some tankiness in the subs as well, so... Let's see what we get here. Oh. Hello. Let's do this. Let's zap some stuff. Yeah, let's jiggle again. RNG, please. We got 7. Can we get 1 lightning? Because we didn't get lightning on the first account. Can we get lightning on this? That would be a no. Okay. We're off to a great... At least we got a mage, guys. Wind mage. Best summons of all time. Best summons ever. We got a wind mage for the second account. We got nothing for the first account. Could get an LD5 from this legendary all tribute. It's very unlikely though. It's almost the same rates as a legendary as an LD5 from a normal scroll. I mean, no, from normal LD scroll. From a normal LD scroll. Okay. Okay. So wait, he said he's pretty early. He said he's pretty early. Is this the right one? Hold on. Yeah, I think this is the right one. He said it's pretty early game. What are you using for... You already got an LD5, you're pretty early game. Yeah, you got... Man, the Hold on. Hold on. What? What is this? What happened? What? Oh, okay, okay, okay. What exactly is this? I gotta see. I gotta see what's going on here. Maybe you know, maybe this is just for the achievement, because there's an achievement that's like use all wind units in dragons. So this is gonna be a fast one, guys. This is gonna be a fast one. I don't know if we need to see this whole thing, but yeah. This might just be for the achievement, I'm guessing. Oh, we don't need to see this whole thing. Okay, we don't need to see... I'm pretty sure this is just for the achievement. If using wind units and dragons. Because Sierra's about to die in about 5 seconds. Hey, there she goes. Hooray, hooray, hooray. I don't know if we should watch this or not. We probably shouldn't. We probably shouldn't. Sierra's gonna die. Okay. Sierra dies. Sierra dies at the end. Okay, there we go. I'm sure he's got a different team, and he was just doing this for the achievement. So let's go on to the next account. Account number 3, we need this next account to be the best of all of them, because it's not gonna really take too much. We got the Wind Mage, was already the best account that we've done so far. So let's see what we get from this one. Let's figure out what their wish list is and whatever. We have 1 legendary all tribute. We have 2. We have 8 legendaries. We have 13 LDs. We have plenty of these. We have 360. Okay, so we really bet. Wait, do we have a... No, we don't have a blessing. We really better get something good here. Okay, so looking for RTA units, anything that could be fun, mostly for a turn 2 comp. Dupe Masha, if you want to use her for a blessing, go for it. If you get Dupe, same. We'll leave. Should we leave the Dupe Masha? I don't have a Dupe Masha on anywhere. I don't even have 1 Masha on anywhere. So I kind of feel like not using the Dupe Masha for a blessing. Should we? You get a Dupe same, use for a blessing. Check my arena defense, I'll appreciate it. Any advice would be awesome for arena defense. Let's see. It's a chroma. That's it. Oh, you mean you want me to stick things in there? Phrasing. You do this on Nemesis kind of build. You could do some kind of fire threat. Ooh, you do also have. So you could go. Well, also you could go 2 things. You can go speed, or you could also go for a tanky team. So you can go for a tanky team at the very end. Like you can have a fast team at the beginning. For example, you can do like a Vanessa, and then a Clara, and then one of these, and one of... What else would I stick in there? Giggity? Maybe something like that. Maybe. And then, at the very end, you can go for more of a stall team at the end of Rush. And you can go for... Do you have... I beg you, please get to the summons. Or we could... Oh, you have a Savannah too. Okay. Yeah, you could definitely use the Savannah in that last team that I mentioned. You can also use... What else do we have? One of these. We have one of these. And we have one of... What else is super annoying? Super annoying. That could be good for a stall kind of rush kind of thing at the very end. So you can go for one and then switch it to the other, or you could just be super annoying and just switch it every like minute or so from one team to a different team to a different team to a different team. That catches people. Like if they go into the match and but between the time that they click on seeing your defense and actually clicking the start button, if you switch your defense, then they will take the team to hit the first team, and then they come into the match and they're like, oh, it's not that team anymore. It's a totally different team because you switched it right at the last minute. Super annoying. So, yeah, That is an option, but a lot of people like to switch those. Wait. What do we? Hold on. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? We got this guy. Okay. Amazing unit for arena defense. I'm just kidding. That's all sarcasm. What else? What did he say? Oh, that's so he wants RTA units. What is he missing? Let's see. Let's see some good RTA units for him that he doesn't have. He's got some good units already. Oh, it's good turn 2 units. Good turn 2. I mean, Carnal would be great, right? Hey, he doesn't have a Carnal. He doesn't have a Fire Bison, so that would be a really nice one. Also, Leica would not be bad. Juno, okay. Carnal, Leica, Juno. What else? What else do we have here? Let's see. Samath Bast would also be good. Chow's actually better now. Chow's actually better. This guy, some people like to use him. This girl, some people like to use her. You already have one of these. Oh, this one would be nice. This Beast Rider would be nice too. Okay. Not necessarily a turn 2 Beast Rider, but just saying it'd be very nice. This one can be annoying. If you learn how to pick it in the right situations, that could be a really annoying pick. So, a lot of times I don't have a problem going up against those, but if those are super high resistance, they can mess you up. If you're trying to take a control team and it resists everything and you just like bring your units back from the dead and then like put all the debuffs that they applied on you back onto them, it can be very annoying. Shungpung, fantastic. Ganymede, fantastic. So we know what we're looking for. Triton, Triton Tiana, Wind Monkey, Leo. Oh, there's some solid units that he's got a lot of stuff already, but there's some solid units that we could get for him. So let's see if we get 2 of those. Let's try to get 2 of those. How are we gonna try? Let's try to get 2 of those. They go, what exactly are you gonna do? I don't know. Super magic yum sauce. Well, okay, so what is this question? What is your real name? Why you want to know, Ronell? What is your real name? He's like, that's my real name, Ronell. Oh. Okay. You know what? I actually don't really divulge too much of that. Like, I try to be open about a lot of stuff, but there's some things that I like to not divulge because I've had some problems in the past with people coming and doing a little bit more how to phrase this. Sometimes people like to show up at your house, like outside your window or outside the front door in the middle of the night or in the bushes or things like that. Also, sometimes people like to find your family members and relatives and things like that. So I've learned from past situations, maybe some things, maybe don't give people that opportunity because most people aren't gonna do anything crazy or malicious or anything like that. But there's a small chance. And if you tell enough people the information, then you know 99 of them are gonna be like, oh, cool. And then one of them is gonna be like, I'm gonna show up at his house. Like, okay. So yeah. But it's something that has happened before on like a handful of occasions. So I'm like, maybe be cautious in the future and don't make the same mistakes that you've done before. So, yeah. No offense. Not trying to be mean or anything. You single? No, I am not. He's like, damn, can't believe it. Fire Sylph is actually, I think, an underrated unit. I think she got some buffs. So. I think maybe this was probably... I mean, at this point, it's probably been as like 2 weeks ago, because I've been doing these question and answers for a while now, so... but yeah, do you have a pet? Yes, I do. I did... have I posted... Maybe I should post some more pictures on Instagram of pets. Of pets? Of my pets, not just pets in general. Like, hey guys, here's some dog pictures. Like, oh... Your dogs are so cute. No, they're not my dogs. They're just dogs. I just found them on Google. They're just random dogs. Oh, why are you posting them then? I don't know. I'm just posting pet pictures. I hear the internet likes that. So, yeah, I have 2 little dogs. One is Dude, one is Princess. I did not name either of them. I know it sounds like weird juxtaposition of names, but I did not name either of them. Very serious and important question for you that I've wanted to ask for years. Can you reboot my account? I knew that was coming. Of course. Of course. Wild Rift. Isn't that League of Legends? Yeah, right? I need help with dragon teams and giants, also rune monsters and arena defense, RTA combos. I really appreciate your help. How is that a question I can answer in like 5 seconds? Need your help with dragon? That's not a question. That's a, you need me to fix your account. Wait. This contradicts itself. I need help with dragons teams and giants. Also rune monsters for and arena defense and RTA combos. If you don't have dragon and giants teams, you should not be stepping foot into RTA. There is no reason for you to do RTA because you will never win at RTA if you don't have dragons and giants teams. That is the contradiction already right there. First, you need dragons and giants teams. Don't even think about RTA. Don't worry about it. Put it out of your mind. Don't build RTA units yet. Go for one. Say, I'm going to build a dragons team, which means Trikaru, or I'm going to build a giants team, which means mostly continuous damage, but you can do other things as well. And then just focus on one of those. If you're doing dragons, just do Trikaru. At this point, just do Trikaru. It's not going away anytime soon, unless Comtois decides to put a random balance patch in there. Like, we've nerfed all the Ikarus and also changed the mechanics of dragons B12. Every time you get to that, they could do that. Like, not nerf Ikaru at all, and just be like, every time your monsters move, the dragon will increase his attack gauge by X amount. Kind of like an Amduat thing, right? But we made the towers on the right and left slower. That would change how we approach dragons at that point. Because Trikaru wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But they wouldn't be nerfing Trikaru, they'd be just changing the mechanics of dragons. I think that'd be cool. People would get pissed. But they didn't nerf Trikaru. They didn't technically nerf Trikaru. They just changed dragons' mechanics. So. But yeah, just build Trikaru. That's really it. Just pick one. Just pick one. Just focus. Focus. What we said earlier is success demands singleness of purpose. Focus on either dragons or giants and build that team and just focus, laser-like focus on just that for a while. Yeah, let's go into for a while until it's done, and then farm it, and then farm it, and then farm it, and then farm it, and then farm it thousands of times, thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Because if you don't have runes, you're just not going to win RTA regardless. You're going to be like, I have a 10% win rate. And you're like, yeah, well, you don't have runes. But I have a 10% win rate. And maybe I need new strategies. Like, no, you have a 10% win rate because you don't got the runes. That's what it is. There's no two ways around that. Yeah, there's plenty of videos. Go look up, type into YouTube search, type in Meta Teams Trikaru. Meta Teams Trikaru. There's a little green thumbnail. You click on that. And there's your Trikaru. You can also type in what is it? Meta Teams Giants B12, whatever. You know what? I'll just put them on a playlist or something. I should have done that a while ago. That's on me. That's my fault for not doing that. If I haven't, I might have. So there's also on the channel, there is an YouTube essentials, whatever, and that's basically like the most either helpful or fun or things that I feel people would be like, I would recommend for them to watch for one way or another. I mean, some of them are just funny, silly, goofy whatevers. Like the dude that had like a crazy account with all the LD5s on it. That's not really helpful for anyone unless they're like, I wanted help being sad about my account. So here it is. Hooray. But yeah, those Meta Teams ones should be on there. So, what do we have here? Water Ninja. Very nice. Yeah, just go for one of those. What's the next one? Rerun my account. Are you single? There's another one. Did we have any of these before? We're getting them today, though. No, I am not single. So, oh man, can you read my? Okay, it's just gonna be this. Today's just gonna be all the same questions. Can you read my account? No. If not, why? Because number one, most people that ask this don't have the runes, and number two, just because there's not enough time. I don't even have enough time to do all the things that I want to do for myself. I don't know what. I think I'm being just savage. I'm going to be just totally mean. I don't even care. I feel like some people have had their parents helping them out so much along the way, and they're like, oh, I expect other people to do things for me. I'm like, that's not how the real world works. The real world, they're like, no, do it yourself. That's unfortunate reality of this. Maybe it's not unfortunate, but that's just the reality of the real world. Is like you want something done, you got to do it. There's not anyone that's gonna hold your hand. There's not anyone that's gonna do it for you. So, you want something done, you find out how to do it. You know, people will help you out along the way of like, oh yeah, here's how you do it. But they're not gonna be like, oh sure, I'll do it for you. Like that's not a thing. That's not a thing in the real world. And I feel like there's too many times people grow up like that, and then they get out in the real world. They're like, oh, this is jarring for me. I have to reframe and run things differently if I want to succeed. I got to learn how to do things on my own. So. I think parents have like the best intentions of like doing things for people, doing things for their kids, but also at a certain point, like you gotta let kids do things for themselves. I'm not saying that this person specifically, like that's the situation, but he's probably just trolling. He's probably retune my account. He's like, no, bang, I do all my own stuff for myself. I was just trolling you with the retune account question. Oh my god, everyone. Dr. Memes, I'm sure he's not trolling at all. We were rock star before YouTube. I was a musician. I would not say rock star. Musician. Among many other things. But yeah. I did play music for years. A few different bands, but one was like 80% of the time. And the other ones were just like little things. So yeah. Good times, man. Good times, lots of alcohol, lots of hearing problems, clothes smelling like cigarettes. I didn't smoke. It was just that they smoke. If you're in a bar enough or clubs enough, that your clothes just smell like smoke regardless. So I didn't even have to do it myself. I'm sure I've just inhaled enough regardless, just by being around it. So. Yeah, it was fun though. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. Do you feel like do you still like Summoners War Sky Arena, or is it just a routine for you nowadays? There's some things I like. I like the Wheel of Doom, using different monsters that you really don't even think about using, stuff like that. I don't like the fact that the whole esports thing. I mean, I'm sure I've answered this a bunch of times already, but I don't like the whole esports thing of like trying to make it an esport when it's obviously not an esport. And then like matches just getting decided by RNG. So it's like skill does not dictate. Skill helps. There's definitely an advantage you have to skill. But if you get the right monsters, if you get the right runes, and if you get lucky, that will trump skill. That's just an honest situation. That will trump skill. If you are the most skilled Summoners War player, and you get unlucky, you get crap monsters, and you get crap runes, it doesn't matter how good you are. So, but if there's like a very little deviation on runes and monsters and things like that, you can win with skill over someone that is not skilled. But it is definitely not an esport. It's definitely not an esport. I just wish they would go towards... I wish they would move back towards the old Summoners War of a fun monster collector game that is appealing to a lot of people. But they have no interest in going back to that. They just want to esport everything because it is more... It extracts more revenue per user that way. There's less users because it's appealing to less people, but they extract more money per user. So that's why. What happened to the young lady? I thought you were in a relationship in the video before, but I missed the video. Explain that? Which young lady? I mean, either way, it would have been years ago. So I mean, over the course of years, there maybe wasn't even a video explaining that. It was just like if someone was in my videos years ago, and then like years go by, it's like, oh, they are not in a relationship anymore. So, yeah. I try to not like make too much drama video stuff about that, but I try to just do it like low key. I'm trying to climb Arte right now, Fighter 3 1400-ish, and bring my light monkey. I know you have. Oh, it ended like 17. So this was before the season ended. The season ended like 1720 for C1. I'm hoping you give me pointers on effectively utilizing the light monkey. Bring in multiple strips, and then also make sure you bring in enough threats. Because when you bring in the light monkey, your opponent is going to want to bring in a lot of water and fire units to counter that. Like, for example, bring in Juno, bring in Josephine, could bring in Lulu, could bring in Vertiheel, Fire Monkey, not Light Lich, Water Lich, things like that. So a lot of times it's really nice if you're bringing the Light Monkey. You want more threats. A Barbara as a late pick with the Light Monkey is actually pretty decent. I use Han, which is also a nice threat for all of those units that have like, oh, well, I can't be CC'd. And Han's like, I'm gonna just kill the things anyway. So I do have Barbara runed up pretty decently fast. Very decently fast. Well, in terms of RTA in general nowadays, like 300 speed is not fast for RTA in 2021. Like, that's gonna get you like fighter 3 300 speed, maybe C1. I do have a, how fast is she? That's the real question. Maybe I can log in, I'll see how fast she is. Maybe I'll do this, but yeah, I would bring in something like that. You could also bring in just water damage dealers, defense breaker, attack age, pushback kind of things are nice with the Light Monkey, because you're gonna want you're gonna find that those are the things that your opponent will pick against you if you pick the Light Monkey early. So you wanna be able to counter those things before they bring them out. Also, I feel like the Water Sniper, I haven't been using it, but the Water Sniper is potentially a underrated pick with the Light Monkey, just because opponents are going to be picking the fire and water things that have passes that can't be CC'd or whatever. So I think that's a nice unit to bring in last pick situation. Like, oh crap, this is going to be brutal against me. So let's see what we got. Monster skill balancing. Comtra was so excited. Comtra was like, finally, the community doesn't hate a balance patch. I'm like, yeah, because you actually listened. You actually listened. Alright, let's see. It is... Oh, I think I might have changed this. That is 218. For that, I mean, sorry, 218. Yeah, 318 for Barbara. But honestly, you kind of got to be faster than that. Even nowadays, if you want to really rank high, that's not good enough. So, I can keep farming Giants B12. Hooray. I'm so excited. So very excited. I don't want to farm more Giants, guys. 7 years later, Rune's still not good enough. Jeez. I mean, it's just such crazy, ridiculous standards now, because so many people went so crazy with the re-apps over the course of years that it's just like, you can't catch up to that. you can't catch up. There's people using 320, 330 sets in like fighter ranks. So you will be fighting Guardian players in fighter ranks. I mean, I've said this a million times before, but yeah. Practice. Don't even go through thinking about like, I need to get this rank. Go through with the goal. I think this is a great thing. Go through with the goal of not being stressed out if you lose, or trying to not be stressed out if you lose. Just use your 30 wings and see what you learn. Most of the time, you're just going to learn that matches are dictated by RNG. But if you go through not expecting to win or lose and just being like, I'm going to just play. I'm going to try some things out. I'm going to learn some things. And it's a less stressful experience. I can't say it's an amazing experience, but it's definitely a less stressful experience doing RTA with that mindset. So, why are you not joining podcasts video? I don't think that they're really doing podcasts anymore. They were doing them, and then people were like, not that many of us care about it. Just like the Saturday morning summons. Not that many people want to see super long format podcasts or summons videos just in general. Those videos tend to do poorly. And it's actually not even just about Summoners Wars. Those videos just tend to do poorly in general. I have seen people put podcast videos on their YouTube channels that are not Summoners Wars and not even gaming related. And the podcast, unless it is like a super huge celebrity that everyone has been dying to see a Q&A session with, and they go into some deep topics, just regular podcasts in general, like, people really don't care. Like, there's way more podcasts than there ever would need to be. on the internet as a whole, and there's just not enough people that really truly care about them. So they're like, everyone has a podcast. So, but I know that's not the question. The question is like, why are you not doing the Summoners War podcast? I just don't do. I'm just not like a huge into collabs in general. So I feel like there's really not too much to gain from it. Like, the people don't want to see them as much as other things. Like, I feel like I could just be utilizing my time better doing other content, right? Things that are going to get more views, things that I don't have to like schedule or change my schedule or like stop doing something else just to do this other thing that less people care about. I'm like, that doesn't seem very appealing to me, right? It takes up half a day and things. I'm like, I just do my own thing. It's more, I feel it's more time efficient. And then also some of the people in the podcast videos just don't like me at all. So I'm like, okay, I'm taking time out of my schedule to do a podcast that less people are going to care about than whatever else I was going to work on before for hours. And then also have to schedule things and change my schedule around. And then on top of that, what I'm going to be doing in the podcast is summoning an Odin. What I'm going to be doing in the podcast is just like trying to defend myself against people that are attacking me for hours. I'm like, that doesn't seem like a very enjoyable 2 hours experience. So congratulations on the Odin. But yeah, that's why I don't do a whole bunch of collabs in general. So, but I mean, like, I tried to do a collab with YDCB a while ago. I tried to do a couple other ones, but what's the name of the stock channel? Wouldn't you like to know? I did mention this in the other one, in a previous video. That, I mean, this is basically just a podcast already. This is just a podcast already. I just talked to myself and to you guys. You guys are interviewing me for the podcast. We got a lot of Fire Magic. How many Fire Magic Nights was that? A lot of Fire Magic Nights. Okay. Stock channel, I'm not going to say the name of it. I would like to do some more videos eventually on that channel. Actually, that's a fairly easy channel to even do videos on. I've just been focused on other stuff. I really should do videos on that, but there's very little viewers, so I never get super motivated to do stuff on that anyway. But that shouldn't stop me, right? Every channel's got to start somewhere. But I don't want to mess up my YouTube analytics. I already did that with the other channels. I mentioned this before in previous Saturday morning summons, but bringing people over that are in the Summoners War squad of like, they all have the same shared interest of watching Summoners War videos. Like, if I bring all of those over to a new channel, then the YouTube algorithm thinks that new channel is Summoners War channel. Like, they don't know that, oh, it's not a Summoners War channel, it's for this other thing. That means we should show the videos to people that like this other thing. They're like, no, we think it's a Summoners War channel. And then people that like Summoners War are like, oh, we're not interested in that. And then it gets like very low click-through rates and things like that. So it's just bad for analytics to do that. So this is something that I didn't know when I first started YouTube. And I had to like learn it the hard way. Learn it after I butchered my channel. As far as questions go, do you question why people spend any money on Summoners War? No, it's a fun thing. Like, if you're going to spend money on, you spend money going to the club, you spend money on a car, you spend money, like, I'm saying like a car for fun, like not like a car for driving places. If you spend money on like a Corvette, it's not to get from point A to point B, it's because you wanted a Corvette. So people spend money on that. People spend money on, fancier clothes than just things to cover your body. Like if you're going hiking and you buy hiking clothes, and that's a different story. It's it's clothes to serve a purpose. But if you buy like designer clothes, then that is that's for fun. So yeah, why they ask for summons with 0 rune quality? Some people just don't play for progress. Some people just play for collecting monsters. Some people like to collect things, like the Funko Pop things, like Pokemon, like baseball cards or comic books or things like that. Some people just like to collect. So I think more so nowadays, that mentality of people that like to collect things are shunned. Whereas before it was like, oh, that's fine. Like, it used to be fine back years ago. But now people are just like angry. They're like, oh, how dare you like to collect toys? But some people just like to collect things. So I'm not like a huge... I like to collect things for Summoners War because then I can play with more of them for videos. But as far as like collections of stuff, I'm trying to actually get rid of more stuff than I bring into my house. So Hey, Morris. Morris is kind of an underrated unit. He could potentially just revive everyone on the team with his passive. That can't be cooled down. So, one monster. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, about collections of things like that. But my girlfriend's got this collection of Funko Pops. I think it's a collection. She's probably like, there's like 20 of them. It's not that many. And I'm like, that's 20. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of little action figure dudes. I don't know what they're supposed to be called. Collectibles. But yeah, just people play differently. What the fuck? YouTube's gonna think I cursed. They're gonna demonetize me now. I need a solid team for Rune of Silent Death. Any idea? Rune of Silent Death. Isn't that the one? Hold on. Oh, full dimensional energy. That's this one, right? Rune of Silent Death. This actually, let's see what they used. You could use the if you don't have the Light Griffin, super huge here. There's a few different teams. Okay, so this is actually that's not what I would necessarily recommend, but. What was I even? I was doing a video on that, or I started to do a video on that. You could do one of these two. You could do. You benefit from healing, and you also benefit from big damage. And this guy, one of the big things about him is he heals and does big damage at the same time. So this is like one of those super important ones here. But yeah, I actually was going to do a video on this as well. So you can go with that, but I just feel like this is not going to be as effective. I feel like maybe one of these, maybe a Vertiheal. You can also go with a Lulu as well. Lulu doesn't have the attack power buff, but you also have the crit resist here, which is nice, and then another source of defense break. You do need consistent defense breaks, and then the Fran has attack power buff. But also another thing is that is a very hard dungeon. You need good runes. You need good rune quality for that dungeon. Like not even just good rune. You need very good rune quality for that dungeon. It's very hard to run that with mediocre rune quality. Very hard. Even if you have the right units. Even if they're all skilled. Even if you Devilmon your 2A units, it's still hard to run that dungeon with just like mediocre to good rune quality. You need everything grinded. You need everything well statted. You can't mess around. Also, some people have done the like the Galleon with the... I think it's the light. I'm pretty sure it's the light homunculus in there. But you do benefit from kind of going fast and aggressive on it, but also at the same time, like the enemies are going to you're really going to take a hit if your team is not healed. I'm also playing around with different amounts of shield sets on the team in general for that. So I think if you go more fast and aggressive and you use more shield sets, but I never actually finished. I did start to record a video of showing a Rune of Silent Death teams, or one team at least for building that. I did a video when it first came out on my main, but I was doing a video on the Asia server for it. So like we actually built units for that entirely, and I did that before I took a trip, and then I came back from the trip and I was like, totally forgot that I was in the middle of working on that. So. That's the story of me and half the things that I work on. I'd love to hear your definition of endgame, some factoring in not everyone wants to play RTA. Can you be endgame by getting Guardian Arena or completing TOA Hell, but not doing RTA? Some say yes, some say if you aren't Guardian RTA, you aren't endgame. That's whoever says you aren't Guardian RTA, you aren't endgame is like, just stop. Just stop. There's plenty of ways to be endgame without being Guardian RTA. If you're doing TOA Hell, if you're doing you could do Guild Siege. Maybe RTA is not the content that you want to do for endgame. Maybe if you don't like it, then that doesn't mean you're not endgame. So GZ Win Monkey. Yeah, that's so narrow-minded to just be like, there's only one piece of content that's endgame. Like. That with that same logic, you could be legend in arena and in a legend guild for like Siege and Guild Wars, and like you hate RTA, so you just don't do RTA, or you just like fight RTA with software and you're in fighter. Like I'm basically talking about Chinese people. Use software to fight in RTA and just bruise it out in auto. And it's like, oh, you're not endgame, but like you have like 330 speed swift sets and things like that. It's like, oh, but you're not endgame. Like, no, if they're if they're that high up in everything else, that means they're endgame. They just don't like RTA. Like, not everyone has to have the same exact goals as each other. It's like saying if you can't do like high level trigonometry, then you're not a smart person. No, you can be a smart person in other things. You can do other things with your, like, you could be you could do, like, be a surgeon, and you could be like one of the best surgeons in the world, and you're smart in that way. You're just not smart in trigonometry. You can be smart in like so many other ways. So yeah, you don't necessarily need to be like, you can be. There's so many different ways to be smart. There's so many different ways to be I mean, there's less ways to be endgame Summoner's War than just than there is to be smart. But yeah, it's not just about RTA. God, this is what I hate. This is why I said that this game has changed, and it's not even. It's all esports, and it's not even. It doesn't even remember what it used to be back in the day. So. It's just the fact that people are like, there is only one form of anything in Summoner's War, and it's RTA. It's like, oh, just shut the F up. Just shut up. I'm tired of hearing it. That's what ruined this game. It really did. That's what ruined this game. Okay, what are we doing? Now that I'm ranting, what are we doing? We're doing LDs. We are doing LDs. There's not only one. What? If there was only one form of content in Summoner's War, it would be called. Oh man, we did get it. We got a lot of these Julies. Wow. There's only if there was only one form of content in Summoner's War, it'd be called Summoner's War RTA. It'd be called Summoner's War Lost Centuria. You want to be endgame in Summoner's War Lost Centuria? It's already tired. It's tired of my ranting. The camera's tired of my ranting. But yeah, that's Lost Centuria is the game that if you are not endgame in PvP, then you're not endgame in Lost Centuria. Because that game is all the same thing. It's all one thing. So that is a statement you can make about Lost Centuria. That is not really a statement that you can make about. I mean, you could make about Summoner's War. You'd be very narrow-minded, but you could technically you could make it. Let's Julie again. People gonna dislike that. People gonna be like, I am offended by your comments, Bagel. That's fine. You can be offended. I feel like that's a more valid one to be offended by than other things, right? So. Give no Fs. I give no Fs. Okay. But yeah, there's more than just RTA in Summoner's War. And again, going back to Lost Centuria, totally different games. Lost Centuria is very much, we only do this. We only do PvP for the most part. I mean, they do other stuff, but it's just a PvP game of mostly that's it. Summoner's War is like, there's a lot of different, hey, we got LD Lightning. Summoner's War is like, there's a lot of different things. This is actually a very nice unit. That's what she said. No, I'm just kidding. We got 2 LD Lightnings. This makes up for the other ones. This is... Tell me time gates don't exist. We got 4 Julies. We got 2 Dark Sylphids. Tell me time gates don't exist. Okay, we got 8 Legendaries. Let's see what we get. We're going to find some way to get a Dark Sylphid. We're going to get a Dark Sylphid from this All Tribute. Tell me time... Wait. Tell me time gates don't exist. Hold on. Tell me time gates don't exist. We were on a time gate. Watch. We get a Water Onimusha. Oh, never mind. This whole thing is time gates. I'm kind of curious to see the code on the back end. I'm also scared because I feel like if I see the code, I would be like, wow, we were playing this for 7 years with this code? Last one. Wind Puree. We did get a lot of the same units, though. We got a couple of these guys. We got 4 of these guys. What else we get? We got a couple of these. We're getting a lot of the same units. You guys noticing that? There's some units that we haven't gotten at all, and then there's some units that we got like a whole bunch of. So, whatever. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. This next account, if we do not get good stuff on here, I'm going to get yelled at because this is my girlfriend's alt account. I don't know why she needs an alt. She has 3 accounts at this point, so I don't know why she needed an extra account to not farm runes on, as we can see here from her 1321 energy. But this is her third. Because she has the beginner's grind now, so I'm sure we'll do summons on that as well. So this is her third. You couldn't do the extra just for this. Wait, do we get one from here? Did she? She didn't do this yet, so we're actually going to collect this right now. Nice. So let's see. I'm going to get yelled at if we don't get anything good from here. So let's find out. I guess this would have answered the question that was asked before. Do you have a girlfriend? Well, this is her account. I'm not gonna yell that, guys. High five. We don't get. That was fast. That was fast. Oh, Bagel gets good stuff for people he cares about. What a douche. As if I actually have control over anything, right? I know some of you guys think I do. I have no control. Contos is like, Bagel control over anything? I don't think so. Let's answer the next question. Which monster do you like the best as far? I am glad. I don't think she even, wait. Did she even want that? Does she even? Ah, she's got, oh, I don't think this was initially her account. I think this was initially someone else's account and they gave it to her. So she just collects accounts that initially belonged to other people, so. Let's see. Yeah, that's nice. I don't know if do they have that in storage. Looks like a no. Looks like a no. All right. Anything good here? Anything good here? And no. That is also a no. All right. Let's so which monster do you like the best as far as design rather than being a cool? That doesn't say cool. A good strong monster build. I like the initial initially what got me into the. I mean, there's a lot of cool monsters. I really think that the art team in Summoner's War does a great job. I really like the chibi art style. I really like a lot of the transmogs. I mean, I don't like all of them. Some of them I'm like, it kind of looks ugly, but I mean, I never really think it looks ugly. Some of the monsters I just don't like as much. But I think the art team in Summoner's War does a fantastic job. I think these mobile games, a lot of them are carried pretty hard by their art teams. So, yeah. Well, the mechanics in general in Summoner's War are still pretty good, too. I think that a lot of the updates, a lot of the balance, a lot of the transition to esports, put that in quotations, I'm not a fan of. But the mechanics of the game, like the original concept of the game overall is very nice. And I do actually like a lot of the art. So, or a lot of the character designs. I always liked the chimeras. I always thought they were cool. I liked the Jokers as well. I liked the Archangels. I liked the Valkyrias. What else? The dragons. Everything. There's a lot of monsters that I liked. Like anything with armor, I like. And dragons I always like. Phoenixes, I mean, I like them, but not as much. The chimeras I thought were super cool. Super duper cool. What else did I think? The Archangels. Archangel, one of my favorites, of course. Anything else that I think is super, super cool looking visually? Armor. Just anything with armor. The Beast Fighters look really cool, too. I like all kind of beastie monsters. These guys look cool, too. So, there's a lot of cool looking stuff. These, oh, Bernadette. I want to build this guy just because he's cool looking. Just because he's cool looking. Even though I already have the Ken completely max skilled and Devilmond and everything. So. Are we in a normal channel? Or what is the situation here? I don't know if we're in a normal channel. Why is my eye is itchy? But yeah, that's there's a I like the Jokers too. Like I like the actual art. It's not even just about the Lucian being Lucian. It's like I like the art style of the Jokers. That's why I wanted the water one buffed for so long. I was like, man, he's cool. I want to play with him. And now I don't even use him. I mean, I do, but I don't use him as much as I really could. I think he's good. I think he's in a good spot, but doesn't usually fit my play style. So I got him built on a few accounts. It just doesn't fit my play. I don't know why I don't pick him. It just doesn't fit my play style, I guess. So yeah. Anything else we get? Wait, what does she actually want? Because I think we're doing this one and we're doing another account. Anything fun that would make me want to come back. That's what she wants on this account. Well, we got a Perna. That's fun, right? Those big chicken things. That's nice. I had to Devilmon her monsters. She had a whole bunch of Devilmon in storage, and she had none of her monsters Devilmon. I was like, why are your monsters not Devilmon? She's like, wait, they're sitting in storage. I mean, she had a lot of Devilmons. She didn't have enough for all the monsters that she had, but she had a lot of Devilmons. Not on this account, on her main account, because this is apparently just an alt account, which I didn't even see or know what was on it. I don't even know if we're doing this one. I don't think she cares. I honestly don't think she cares if we do these. Anything that would make me come back. All right, let's do, let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get this. I guarantee if there's any runes on this account, it's because I think this is probably someone else's account before hers that like gave her the account. So I think if there's any runes on this, it's from it's from whoever had it first. There's nothing on here to zap. Okay, we'll do some jiggles. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we can. Let's find something. Hold on. Well, there's not any of the same. There's Tricaros. Oh, Jiggle Megans. Hold on, guys. Comes full circle. No. Comes full circle. Jiggle Megans, and then we will go 4 LDs. We have 4 LDs. We'll go 4 LDs, but we also have the number 4 LDs as well. Anything? Okay. We did get a Perna though. I mean, that's pretty good. We didn't have a crazy amount of summons. We got a Perna. Very nice. Very nice. Now we're on to the 6th account for the day, the old beginner's grind account. Let's see if she made any improvements, summoned any new monsters, got any new runes. Any new runes. Actually, it looks like it was farmed on at some point. There's not overcapped by thousands of energy. So that's always a good it's always a good thing. Let's see anything. I don't remember what was on it at the beginning, so who even knows? None of these things are... I mean, I really shouldn't judge. This looks new. I think those are new. Yeah, I think those are new. Anyway, let's do some summons, because that's what we're supposed to be here for, right? We're in 69. How much do we have? We got a legendary ultra. Oh, she did. She said she was doing TOA and TOA hard and stuff like that, but yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. There's more than I thought there was going to be. That means we might get something new. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, what got you into Summoner's War? Actually, for the next question, I think I maybe mentioned this in some of the other ones, is I was working on some other games for... I had a little indie game studio, and I was working on some games, and I was trying to find inspiration, aka steal things from other... Now, but when I say inspiration, everyone's thinking they're like, you were trying to gank some models. Trying to explain to the artist like what proportions and style we were trying to go for in the unit that we were building, and I found Summoner's War, and I was like, ooh, this game looks like something that's going to be a nightmare for the next 7 years. I did not ever think that I was going to be a Summoner's War channel for quite a while. I mean, did a couple Summoner's War videos, and eventually it was like, oh, okay, apparently this is like, I just kept doing whatever the people wanted. And they asked for Summoner's War, I would do more Summoner's War. That's just, I'm pretty positive I mentioned this in a previous video, but yeah, that's just the thing with businesses. Is like, if your customers want something, if your viewers slash in a business it'd be customers. This is still a business, but if your viewers want something, you try to tailor to what they are looking for, instead of like the initial. Because sometimes the initial game plan is crap, and you don't know if it's crap or not. But if people want to see something, then you know at least there's a market for it. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna do what they asked to see, right? And then continue on with it. So I think the tablet's gonna die soon. Timing, amazing timing. Okay, I was right though. I was right. So yeah, that is what got me into Summoner's War. Man, I really need a solid team for root. Oh, this was. Did I already answer this? Is this the same question or a similar question? But yeah, it is hard. It does not take. It takes good runes. Like, you really have to have good runes, good solid runes. And the Light Griffin is a godsend for that dungeon. Like, you like build the Light Griffin seriously. So Yeah, absolutely build like Griffin. What do you think of this game right now? Boring or tedious? I don't necessarily think it's boring. Sometimes it's more frustrating than boring. I would say more frustrating than anything else. Tedious. It's less tedious with the auto farming now, but it's more. It's very frustrating sometimes. What is the worst 2A in the game? I think it's Garrosh. I don't really use Garrosh too much, but I've used him to some success. He's not anything amazing. I think the wind high elemental is kind of a bummer. Garrosh is not that. He's definitely in the lower 50% of 2As as far as utility, but you could use him in play. I mean, he heals himself, and he also heals for double the amount that he's healed for. So, Wind Joker. What is the thing that annoys you most about your job? People asking stupid questions, Tom. I mean, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Thing that annoys me about frustrations with the game for the most part. I think the frustrating thing is having to do, like, not knowing if a video is gonna be able to be good enough for actually making it onto YouTube, and not knowing if I have to do my job over and over and over and over again. I feel like I shouldn't complain that much about it. I mean, other people do the same thing. But the thing is, like, I always make sure that I get a video out every day. There's a lot of people that just don't do that. They're like, if a video doesn't come out, video doesn't come out. Like, why does it be... Wait, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Wasn't an ad 5. Oh, it was a Joker, okay. Yeah, like if YDCB, if he doesn't have if he's not ready for a video, he just doesn't put one out. Simple as that. But I'm like, I gotta put a video out every day, and then I'm like, I gotta put 2 videos out every day. And I'm like, I gotta put 3 videos. I was doing at one point, like I think a year ago, I was doing like 4 videos a day, like publishing. Like that's not including all the other videos that I was recording and tossing. I was so burned out, man. So burned out. Because I was doing, what was I doing? Like 2 on this channel, 1 on the goal was always like 2 on this channel, 1 on the Bagelmon channel, 1 on the stock channel, and then 1 on the Lego channel. I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't do this. But I was doing daily, like I was doing daily on this. I was doing daily on Lego, and I was trying to do a daily on Bagelmon. I was trying to get 2 videos out on this, and it was a lot. So it was too much. Too much. And that's really the wrong way that I should, like, more is not necessarily better. Better is better. So I should have been doing less, and I should have just been doing things that people cared about more than mobile games. So, yeah. Dealing with ComTOS, emails, not having enough time for other stuff. I mean, all those are kind of frustrations, though. So, I think YouTube, I feel like YouTube algorithm is, for the most part, pretty good. So, I don't think it's too terrible. Like, it's there for a reason, and it also keeps changing. So, if you're upset with it, like now, 6 months from now, it could be totally different. So, I'm absolutely in love with the water demon Belial. I've been using it with Lulu and Diana with decent success. Do you have tips for other units I could use alongside them? I know he's off meta, but I'm having lots of fun with him. By the way, love your videos. They always make my days a little... What am I, a light? Am I a light bulb? They make your days a little brighter. Well, other units that are like him. I mean, you could do some Jolton. You could do some Veramos. You could do some Wind Sniper. Super fun to use like that. As far as like Bruiser stuff. So they don't do a lot of damage. Fire Ryu / Fire Striker does nice revenge damage, crazy revenge damage. What else? Yeah, those monsters. Those monsters are similar to that. We didn't get anything crazy, did we? I just went from one storage to the other, didn't I? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We'll survive. I have to plug this in though. What did she say she wanted on here? I mean, we're not getting it anyway, so. On beginner's account, Molly. Why does she says Molly heh. I don't know what she wants Molly heh. Tyrannus or Babs or both would be nice. Oh, good old both. That's my favorite monster. Tyrannus or Babs or both. I assume on either of those, on either this one or the other one, just to play around with. I wonder if she actually, because she was like, I want to play with Tableau. I assume that we're doing these. I don't think she cares either way, honestly. If I just do whatever I want, she'd probably be like, oh, I don't care. I don't care, do whatever. So let's see. Let's see if we get a buff. This girl is getting a buff, so. What is the next question? Did the vid get removed? What vid? I do sometimes remove videos, not necessarily to remove, but like sometimes if I put a video out and then something happens, there's a new update in Summoner's War, I will remove the video that I just posted so that the algorithm doesn't destroy whatever the update video is. Let's do some zappies. Let's do some zaps. Because if I post two videos next to each other, oh my goodness, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Put them in the middle so they don't go crazy. I don't know why I was gonna do that. Okay. But yeah, it'll hurt the. Oh, hold on. Do we get an LD5? It's not an LD5, but yeah, you know what? It is a Leia. There we go. That's actually could be really nice for the team because there's a tableau on this. She's never gonna use it. It could be really nice to build for the tableau because we use like a tableau. I don't do anything on it anymore. Like the Tableau, Bernard, Shimite kind of stuff for RTA, which will never be used. Okay, so let's see what we get from this. And we get a Water Sky, my favorite monster. Oh my god, my favorite. Anything over here that we care too much about? I mean, there's those Sky Dancers, not the Sky Dancer skill ups. There's the Blade Dancer skill ups too. That's pretty nice though. Definitely pretty fun. All right, let's go on to the next one. At this point, I don't even know what account this is. Maybe it's account number 6 or something like that. We're on to Tamam's account. That's not the thing for Tamam. This is the thing for Tamam. Okay, so let's see. Are we in? I think we're on 69. Do we have anything here that we care about? No. Do we have anything here that we care about? No. Is anyone still watching the video? No. Okay. Let's see. 2 people on the bus that fell asleep are still watching the video. Have sweet dreams. Hope your bus ride is good. Why do I have to be creepy? Why do I have to be creepy? Okay. Let's see. Wants Tiana, Ciara, any beast rider. Looking for water DPS unit that attack buff and defense break in his kit. Wait a second. Attack buff and defense break, did you say? I know exactly who you need. Look for the blessing, use better judgment. You know that you're the only one that pronounces my name right. I probably pronounced it wrong now. How do other people pronounce it? Pronounced? I can't even pronounce pronounced. Whatever. For the LDs, feel free to do whatever you want. I don't know if I can save 100 for the. Oh, wait a second. How many do you have? Maybe we should just save them. He said do whatever you want. Which means, I don't know what that means. So let's just get it started. Tiana, Ciara, any Beast Rider. He said Beast Raider. Now I kind of want there to be like Raider monsters. I want there to be like Tomb Raiders in Summoner's War. Okay, what's the next question? If an artifact says skill 2 recovery plus 17%, Harmonia can already heal 40%. Does it go to 57 or 17% of 40? Actually, I did not test that out, which I should have already tested out. So we will see. Hey, speaking of Harmonia, because sometimes you assume in Summoner's War that things work a certain way, and then you find out later, like, oh, that didn't work the way that I thought it did. So actually, we could test that out. I'm going to bookmark this one, and we will do a video going a little bit more in depth. When I say bookmark, I don't actually mean bookmark. I just mean I'm going to leave this page open. I'm going to leave this page open. And then we'll see later. There was a few of those that I wanted to do, right? Remember, this was a little bit of lag. No, never mind. Never mind. But we will test that out. I think it's plus 17% of the... Yeah, usually it's the lesser version. Usually whenever, like, get super excited, like Bernard's, it was like, what does Bernard say? What does Bernard say? I feel like this is going to be the situation with that. Is Bernard says this one is extra attack bar recovery. And at first we thought this was like 45% attack bar recovery, but it is not 45% attack bar recovery. It's extra. It's 10% of the 30, and then it's 5% of 30. But you never know. Sometimes these things work one way. Sometimes these things work another way. So we will test it out, and we will find out. Because a lot of times we like to assume things and be like, oh, it must work this way. But did we test it out? No, but it must work this way because... And it's like, let's test it out before we say definitively without checking what way it definitely works. Because we've already found out that we were, like, a lot of things that we assumed were wrong. Proven wrong, so always good to test it. Just in the community throughout the past years, like, because Comtrust doesn't clarify some things, so some things would be nice to be clarified on. So let's go. Do you ever think about posting non-mobile games? Actually, I did do some, well, I guess Hearthstone and Genshin Impact are mobile games. Initially, the whole thing for the channel was not even supposed to be mobile games in the first place. So yeah, initially, I didn't even care about mobile games. I was like, Plants vs Zombies. That's the mobile game that I care about. I don't know about anything else. I had no interest in anything else. But yeah, I think eventually it's just gonna get to that point. At some point, I don't know when exactly, but it's going to have to transition over to non-mobile games on at least one of the channels. Something's gonna go over to non-mobile because we just do too much mobile and too much everything. Right? We do Bagel Time mobile. We do well. Bagel Time hasn't gotten videos in months, but that Lego Legacy was mobile. Bagelmon is just all mobile stuff. This is Summoner's War is all mobile stuff. Okay, we might do Water Surfer. Let's see if he has Brandia. Let's see if he has Water Surfer. We're gonna find out. Actually, I think I might have answered that question before. Excuse me. Let's see if there's a Brandia over here. I do not see a Brandia. But I do not see a... Wait, do we see a Water Surfer? I shouldn't just assume that he doesn't have... Okay, so we don't have a... I think we're going to go for the Water Surfer. Am I a terrible person? I'm going to go with this one. I should probably ask. We're going to go with this one, though. I think most people... I just think that most people would go for the Surfer over the Brandia. They'd be like, do I need a Brandia? I have a Crow. So... And other stuff. Oh, for the Blessing, use Better Judgment. There we go. Plus, he also said he said he's looking for a Water DPS unit. So... I know he was. I know it was a joke about Ryan, but guys, you know Ryan does attack power buff and defense break. You know who does also do attack power buff and defense break now is Huahi, which makes her very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Sniper. Oh, you don't need the Sky Surfer anymore. You got a Sniper. So, let's go for... You know what we really got to do? More Genshin Impact content, because there's so much more to do in Genshin, really. When are you going to do more OMG food? Sorry to be a broken record, but I think the more you hear, the better our chances are. Oh, I was actually just talking about the OMG food. There's a cool gastrointestinal... not gastrointestinal. There's a cool molecular gastronomy idea that I want to do. I know I'm sure it's been done before at some point, but I want to do some interesting molecular gastronomy stuff. There's so many videos I want to do on that channel. The only thing is, like, they take much more time than anything else. So, and now, the way that I'm going to be doing them after the way that I'm going to be doing them going forward, or at least trying to and seeing how it works, I feel like it's going to work really well, is scripted videos. Instead of just, like, winging it, it's going to be, like, scripted and, like, have a plan and... require more prep work. It really will require more prep work, but it's gonna, like, as soon as one day, a billion years from now, we start doing videos on that channel again, like they're actually going to be really good videos. In my mind, I feel like they're going to be really good videos. I feel like everything is geared up to make them very, very good videos. When we eventually 5 years from now actually get one. Okay, so but yeah, I don't get tired of hearing about that. Like I like to know what you guys want to see, so that doesn't bug me. Okay, so let's see what we get from. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see. We're putting these in storage. We're not seeing anything. Oh, I gotta use my dimension hole energy as well on all the counts. All the Count Choculas. Oh, we didn't put the Kali in there. Rip the dream. Rip the Kali dream. Let's lock this. I always have this anxiety lately that I gotta keep checking my camera because I know my camera likes to freeze. Or it's not the camera that likes to freeze. It's OBS likes to freeze my face. So I'll be like talking and then at some point I'll just be like, and I'll be like, oh, wow, the camera apparently froze on that stupid face that I made. Amazing. So let's go. Oh, we're already on to the next one. Is there any way to transfer my server but keep all my data? All my cousins play on global. I play on Asia server. I have put too many hours to restart, but I also want to do 2v2 with them. Please help. Not currently. You can still match up against them in 2v2, but currently you cannot do you cannot switch servers. If they do when Asia server first came out, they did a thing where you could switch your count to Asia server, and they would actually they gave you like 100 crystals or something silly like that. Now it would probably be like 500 crystals, but they were like, yeah, switch your account to Asia server and then play on Asia server. And then after that, Europe server came out. Switch your account to Europe server and get crystals or whatever. Because they were like, oh, very nice. They were like, oh, very nice. I think she's underrated. I think she's much better than we give her credit for. Some people like to use her, but I think we don't use her enough. I think there's just some units that we don't use enough. Are really very good. So, yeah. But yeah, not currently. Comtwist hasn't really done any server switching anything in a while, but they have let people do that in the past, years and years and years ago when they first opened the servers. What do we have for the next one? I am hungry. I am always hungry. You and I, we are two minds in the same pod, in the same pea pod. We are both two peas peeing in a pod. Both of those. Listen, I'm going to stop talking. What's the next question? NFT games in the future. I am very curious about those games because number one is like, oh, it's potential like, okay, you play a game, but you also potentially get something out of it in the long term because you can sell your NFT things that you get in the game. It's like a collect. But you know what? Here's the thing: is like you could do that in other games already, like NFT games. Because there are games that came out that are like NFT games where they have like a marketplace that you can buy and sell things. NFTs are non-fungible tokens. So you can buy and sell things in the games that are like collectibles, kind of like a Pokemon or like Summoner's War, but you could like trade them and buy them and sell them, whatever. And they're like, oh my god, these are so brand new and so cutting edge, and this is going to be the future. They've already done that. There's already games that have done that. It's like Counter-Strike and things like that. Where I never did that in Counter-Strike, but like getting crates and buying and selling weapons and things like that, or Steam too. Like you get the little cards in Steam, and then you get collectible things in Steam, and you can like sell them on the marketplace. So that's already been a thing for years. I'm trying to think of what else does that, but that's not anything new. Like NFT games are like branding themselves as they're this new thing, but this has been a thing that has been going on. There's like some Blizzard games too that you could actually do that. So the Blizzard games that I played wasn't the situation of like it was like Diablo 2. It's like you weren't doing that in Diablo 2. Vega, what about all the Blizzard stuff that came out in the past like 20 years? Like, yeah, I didn't play any of that stuff. I didn't play any of that stuff. But yeah, that's been around though. I'm being sarcastic when I say it, but I've played Blizzard games in the past 20 years. I'm just saying. Now that you've used Remy the Water Hog, you need to use Foul the Fire Serpent. Fire Serpent has he's got a strip skill 1. He's got triple hit decrease attack bar on skill 2, maybe. And then skill 3 has an AoE provoke and our reflect damage buff. Correct. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this Fire Serpent. Let's see what he does. He's got a strip. Yep. He's got a triple hit, decrease attack bar. And then third skill is AoE provoke. And return 30% of the inflicted damage to the attacker for 3 turns. And an HP leader skill. He might actually be more useful than the Water Raccoony. Lols. Let's see what we got. Alright, Sky Dancer. Good stuff? Good stuff? Good stuff? No. Okay. Let's put this here. I started sitting down lately. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like my back is... I feel like my posture... Oh, man. I feel like my posture is worse now. So, probably not a good thing. Alright, what is the next question? Found the Fire Serpent. What kind of practice can I do if I want to join SWC? I would say practice swiping your MasterCard. Get really good at that. Get really good at just memorize your MasterCard numbers and get really good at typing them in as fast as possible. That's what you really that's what you really gotta do. Practice for SWC? First I mean you just gotta practice RTA as much as possible. Get good at counter. Well, first off, where do you rank right now? What is your rune efficiency? What kind of LDs do you have? Those are all questions. Like, if you're nowhere even close to SW, like nowhere even close to high level, the first step is making your account efficient, right? Second step is farming your brains off. Third step is, or farming your brains off and then making your account efficient. Do every RTA wing every day. At least all of them on your account. And then, you know, do some on your friends' accounts too. I know your friends don't want to play RTA, so do some on your friends' accounts. Learn different play styles on different accounts with what different people have. And then just keep, and then learn to be flexible in your drafts. Because SWC is kind of a different thing than ladder. Ladder you can get away with a bunch of stuff that you can't get away with in SWC. So, yeah, it's just a different play style. For the most part. Because on ladder, like, you know, like, okay, are they trying to cleave? Counter the cleave. Are they trying to control? Counter the control. Are they trying to bruiser? Counter the bruiser. But in SWC, it's just like a lot of mixture of the different genres. It's like not full control, but it's not full cleave, and it's not full bruiser. It's like a hybrid kind of situation. So you got to counter, like, it's much more challenging to counter things in SWC than being, for the most part, generally hybrid teams. So, and then everyone already doing research on each other, knowing what each other have, knowing the speeds of each other. They have like spreadsheets and databases on the different units that different players have. And you have to if you want to win in a tournament like that. No, they didn't call it esport, I call it a tournament. If you want to win in something like that, you do need to have as much of an advantage as possible. Because there's going to be RNG either way. But the more of an advantage you can have, the better off you are. Just weighing the tipping the deck in your favor or whatever, tipping the cow in your favor. I don't know, but yeah, do as much like just play RTA until you can't possibly imagine playing RTA anymore, and then play more after that. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Okay, so yeah, that would be my recommendation, and learn the fusion play styles of multiple different types. So, and also watch all the previous SWCs and understand why they're picking certain things against things. Sometimes they just pick things because they like mess up or whatever. But yeah, you know, one of these things, man. All right. So yeah, practice and watch replays. Practice and watch replays. Let's go. Let's get some good stuff. Light Grim Reaper. Oh, he didn't say anything about LDs. Oh, we were supposed to save LD. Well, it's too late for this now. Okay. Save more. I'm going to yell at him after. I'm going to be like, you should have saved. He'll be like, you started summoning them. If we get something good here. Ooh, frigate. Okay, okay. Take that. That's not bad. That's not bad. But he said he didn't know if he was going to be able to save enough for... Oh, second lightning at 5. You know what? That's not bad. You got 2 non-Hall of Heroes LDs. So, she going to be a Hall of Heroes one day. She going to be a Hall of Heroes one day. For the longest time I wanted a frigate just so I could make Han useful. Now Han is useful because he's useful. Actually, I don't think I still wouldn't mind a frigate. Hopefully I get that from Christmas LDs. Hopefully. Hey, we got a Chimera GZ. So you got 2 wind DPS units. Did you already have them? Only time will tell. Actually, time won't tell. We can just tell right now. Did you? Oh, he already had an Ethna. We could have blessed with that. I don't know if he wanted to keep the Ethna though. So let's do 2 legendary all attributes, which we can't even use blessings for anyway, and then we will. I was gonna say call it a day, but we still have another one to do after this. So Fire Magic Knight. Yeah, you guys are so excited about these legendary all attributes. Yeah, they got some really amazing things coming out of them. Okay. Can we do? Wait, can we do? I just wanted to get one more LD. Can we get one more LD? Can we get one? We'll do a couple. Do we get something? Man, what is this? We buy this. We buy this. You gotta let us know if that rolls 55 billion speed. Hold on, what is this? No, we don't need that. I know we don't need that. No, we don't need that. Okay, we're not gonna get an LD here. I was gonna... Maybe I shouldn't be refreshing all of his refreshes. Alright, it doesn't want to give us any LDs. Alright, let's go on to the next account. I believe this is going to be the last account for the day, so please let's get an LD5 so we can clickbait the thumbnail. Or let's just get something good. Let's just get something good. Okay, let's go to this channel. Let's see what we get from... What do we have? We got 1 legendary tribute. We have 6 of these. We have 7 of these. We have some of these. We have some... I just didn't even bother adding. I didn't even bother counting. I didn't bother anything. Okay, let's see. We have no blessings. Who needs blessings anyway? We don't need blessings. We're going to get every monster. We're not going to get every monster. I say that if you guys were like, are you really going to get every monster? Okay, let's go to the... what is the one thing you want most to be added, improved in Summer Roar, faster room power-ups, better raids, better RTA rewards, more monsters? The RTA, well, it's not even about the better RTA rewards. It's about the, like, just RTA, like, well, actually, after he asked this, I already did a video on this. But since it took me a while to, you know, go through all of the different questions. These last few, I just clipped the ones that say 2 weeks ago. I just clipped those now because I know say one from a couple of days ago, like... This one was from a few hours ago. Those were from a few hours ago. Those I just clipped those questions weeks ago, and they had asked them a few hours before. A few hours before I answered them, or a few hours before I clipped them. Yeah, that one. So yes, it's confusing. So don't actually pay attention. These ones you can pay attention to now. The ones that say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. Those I just clipped now. But the other ones are not, we're not just asked for like 18 minutes, whatever. I don't know, whatever. So yeah, this I already did a video on, but at the time that he asked this, I hadn't done a video on it yet. But yeah, all of the above. The thing I want the most, just to bring it back to a fun, casual monster collector that a lot of people can play and enjoy, and not an effing esport. Because that's the best for me, to be honest. That's the best for me as me and my channel, is that would make it, like, if people come back because it's more accepting to a lot of players and casuals, then more people come back, then views are up. So, so that's why That's why. This is the more of a favor than question. No, I lost access to one of my accounts I've had for years after this update. Basically, when I try to log in, it says I can't on a new device without a code, but it won't send the code to my email. Could you assist in getting real support? I already lost an account I had for years. Don't want to lose it. You have to keep messaging them. I don't have any special contact with. I mean, like I have kind of contact with ComTwiz, but it's not like anything that could get any actual anything done. Contact customer support. Keep bothering them. If it's saying it will send a code to your email, but if your email, like whose email, like is it an account that you got from somewhere else? Because if you got it from like another person and is sending it to their email, you got to get in touch with the person that you got the account from. Because I know a lot of accounts switch hands. I know you're going to be like, no, it's my account forever. Everyone pretends their accounts are their accounts forever. But a lot of people, I'm not saying like most people, I'm just saying a significant amount of people at this point, 7 years in the game, are playing on accounts that like haven't been theirs initially. So, as I just mentioned, this is something that that a decent amount of people do. So yeah, as I just mentioned, from literally the accounts from before, like Beans 2.0 was my beginner's grind that I just gave to her. So yeah, and I think her other account was that too. But this happens a lot. Like either people buy and sell accounts, or people give accounts to each other when they quit the game, etc., etc. So the question is, what is going on with your email address? Because it's supposed to be sending it, and it should be sending it. So yeah, keep trying. If it's your genuine email, keep trying, and then eventually maybe like one day it wasn't working, but keep trying. Try today, try tomorrow, try again, and then get customer support. See if they have any input for you, because that should be working. And I feel like you probably wasn't initially your account or something like that, and you don't have access to the original email. And I think that's the situation, but I think maybe you don't want to say it. I don't know. I shouldn't put words in your mouth, but a lot of times when that's the situation, it is something like that, where it's like there's information missing from the question, and it's like that they don't have access to the email. What yogurt yummy diarrhea? What yogurt yummy diarrhea? If Nagong was your first LD5 in 6 years, at least you got LD5 in 6 years. He's getting a buff too. So we'll see how. I mean, he's not super fun to use. He's more of an arena defense unit, like a stall arena defense unit, but at least he is getting a buff. So at least they're acknowledging. Maybe they'll continue to do so. You know, there's a lot of units that they change in one patch, and then they're like, oh, it didn't do enough. Let's change it again. Next patch, let's change it again. Next patch. There were some units that they were just changing like 3-4 patches in a row on. So you never know. At least they're acknowledging and actually doing something with him now. So he could be more OP than you realize soon. Let's find out. Okay, so where's your stock? Where's your stock channel? I think we only have one more after this. Oh my goodness, we might have to just go to summons and not any. Well, this is the last account anyway, so that's perfect. But yeah, I don't want to. I already mentioned it in this video as well as probably other ones too. I don't want to divulge all the stock channel information until there is a naturally thousands of viewers on that channel, because then this way it won't destroy the analytics. So I'll slowly let more people know about it. But yeah, but I haven't even been I haven't been publishing videos on that channel lately anyway. So there's a lot of channels. There's too many channels. That's all we learned from this. There's too many channels, and for whatever reason, I don't know why I can't publish more videos. To be honest, I mean, it's still a lot of videos, but I don't know why I can't publish more videos. Ooh, Wind Slayer, GZ. I like that. I like that boy. I think he's underrated. I said the same thing about the Fire Slayer, and then you guys were like, no, Fire Slayer sucks. And then RTA, people started using him in RTA, and then they're like, Fire Slayer's broken, he needs a nerf. And I'm like, I told you he was good. You didn't listen. But Bagel, you don't understand. What do I not understand? He needs a nerf. I heard you say that. But you also said he did. Speaking of Fire Slayer, speaking of him, now you got the best of both worlds. GZ, now you can be super toxic. Use them together. What will you get for this one? We'll just go double Slayers. That's what I'm gonna do. All Special League, just go double Slayers. I already missed. I started out doing my wings in Special League, and then I don't know what happened, and I stopped doing my wings. Well, there's other stuff that I had to do, but story of my life. There's always other stuff I have to do. What is all this other stuff? Where is all this stuff? It's like 9,000. Do you guys feel like this way, where there's like 9,000 things that you have to do every day, and you're like, I didn't make any progress on the big things that really were gonna change my life because I had to do 9,000 different things, and I had to scrub the toilets, and I had to wash the dogs, and I had to clean my shoes, and I had to. You probably don't wash dogs and clean your shoes every single day, but yeah. I feel like there's so many little things. I know that there's so many little things that stop me from doing the big things. So many little things to do. So many little chores, errands, things like that. For whatever reason, I have to go get groceries like every single day. It's not every single day. It feels like every single day. It's like 2-3 times a week. And it feels like every single day. And then even 2-3 times a week, there's still stuff that goes bad. And I'm like, how you go bad so fast? And it's like, yeah, because we're groceries. And I'm like, but how are you going? Oh my God. Because you didn't eat us. What do you mean I didn't eat you? You ate protein bars. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's why I assume groceries sound like that if they were IRL. I mean, groceries are in real life. I'm just saying, if groceries would talk, how would they sound? Next on OMG Food. Maybe that should be hold on. Maybe that should be an actual video. Now that's starting to sound kind of appealing. So what's the next question? As someone who grinds every day, I feel like my runes have stagnated. If it's not a 20+ speed purple or efficient legend, I am tossing, yet I can't get out of Fire 3 and RTA. What am I doing? Oh, well, this was, I don't know if this was asked before or after I did the Fighter 3 video, but yeah, Fighter 3 was between 1,200 and 1,720-ish points. It was absolutely ridiculous. Comptos knows this. Comptos knows that that's broken. Fighter 3 was just way too big of a rank. That's why you couldn't get out of it, because no one could get out of it. Or not no one. A significant portion of the community could not get out of Fighter 3. It's not just you. It's just a significant portion. One of the big things is practice more, play more, do more wings. The more wings you have, the more points you will have. Unless you lose a lot. If you're losing most of your matches, then that's a different story. Then you got to get good, bro. But if you're winning like 55+% of the matches, then you're going to climb. So just make sure you do your RTA every day. Don't just do like you can't just do like 20 wings a week. You have to like do a pretty significant amount of RTA. So I've actually noticed. I mean, I've noticed, and it's not really a surprise, but people that have lower win rates than I do will climb more because they will do all their wings. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm not doing anywhere close to all my wings. And they're like, oh, I did all my wings and I climbed to this rank. And I'm like, congratulations. And I'm like a little bit, I'm bitter, but I'm also not bitter. I'm like, you definitely did you did the work. You did the work. You did the wings. You did the wangs. Let's zap some of these. Let's zap one of these. Let's zap one of these. I want to zap one of these too. Zap this blue one. Okay. Then let's do. No, we don't want to do that. I don't want to do any of that. Let's see what. Oh, we definitely jiggle these bad boys. He kind of looks like he's just like on fire, like some kind of Minecraft volcano thing. Minecraft volcano. Listen, that's the only volcano I know of in any video game. Okay, let's go. Let's get something amazing. Ridiculous. Last account. Let's get some ridiculous. 4 left. 3 left. No ridiculous stuff, guys. GG. We can get maybe we get a water one. That would be great. That would be very funny. That would be very funny. I might actually Devilmon that guy. That water slayer. Imagine. Hey! He did get a buff. Wait, what does he do? Oh, he does a defense buff now, right? Or he will do a defense buff now. Let's see what we get. There you go. Let's see what we get has been what we've been doing the entire video, is seeing what we get. The whole thing. That's what the whole thing was. All right. RNG, please. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like we get more Fire Kung Fu Girls than anything else. Because I said that as a joke, as a meme, and then got one. And anytime, not anytime we get an all attribute scroll, but I feel like there is an above average amount of Fire Kung Fu Girls. Or maybe it's just that since I made the comment about that, I've noticed it more. I feel like there's a lot of Fire Kung Fu Girls coming out of these all attribute scrolls. Then again, it wouldn't be that surprising if Com2Us made a mistake and that was actually a buffed drop rate for Fire Kung Fu Girls for whatever reason from all attributes. Not the first mistake they've ever made. Anyway, guys, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you. Have a good weekend. Have a lovely weekend. Make sure that you wash your dogs and clean your shoes every day this weekend and get groceries every day. Whatever. Hope you guys are, as soon as always, in the next one.